Neighbors know about them and the police are watching them. Prolific properties. It's not a definitive list, but Prince George RCMP know exactly which houses to watch and why. Today we took a tour around the Veterans Land Act, a neighborhood with some of the city's most notorious offenders.
Here's an example right here of you have a police car who's writing up, likely sitting on this block writing up a report.
The streets of the VLA. That's where you'll find police cruisers and most of Prince George's prolific properties.
Our whole premise is based on the fact that a small percentage of the population is responsible for the majority, the vast majority of the crime in our community. And by targeting that small percentage and ridding them of our community, hopefully, our crime numbers will go down.
To protect neighbors, the RCMP won't give out exact addresses for most of the properties. They can say, though, that there's about a dozen they believe harbor illegal activity.
This is a property that we've recently located, and clearly it's had a fire in it. It's had some issues.
Mounties stake out the neighborhood every day, keeping tabs on certain houses and certain people.
We're up 300% over the same period last year because our watches, our specialized units are just hitting this area of town as much as we can.
It's usually obvious to police and neighbors what houses are being used as drug dens.
You see the traffic going in and out and people pulling up, fancy cars and dumb cars, some walking and bicycles. You get to know.
John Edemark helped found the Gateway Business Improvement Association 18 years ago. He says more people need to take improvement into their own hands.
That's the only way we're going to get ahead. There's so much demand on our tax dollars, it has to, and you have to want to do it. And in the Gateway, as I said earlier, we pay $100,000 a year to improve our own area, and that's a lot of money for 17 businesses, but we want to improve it.
The RCMP is working with landlords to evict bad tenants as well as fix up dilapidated homes. They also frequently contact bylaw services.
This is an example of a property that we identified, that we let them know, and they came in, took care of it.
All that effort is for the neighbors, the law-abiding citizens who have seen property values drop and live with a constant police presence.
It's unfortunate because, like I said, there's some great properties and some really nice people that live in this area, and they deal with this every day, and that's a big part of why we want to rid this area.
Kelly Lanahan, CKPG News.